I come in, sir?
Please.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good
Please
afternoon,
take your
ma'am.
seat.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Ashrith,
Yes, sir.
your subject is civil engineering,
Yes, sir.
but you chose anthropology.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, I first wanted to choose an optional which has compact syllabus and a good scoring pattern in the first place. Then I came down to 3 optionals, which is anthro, sociology, and political science and international relations. Out of which I found anthropology syllabus to be interesting, sir.
Interesting or less?
Compact and interesting, sir. I was interested in the human evolution aspects.
Human evolution.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But why is anthropology important for the civil services?
So there are a few reasons why I felt anthropology is important. First, knowing more about the diversity of cultures, sir, especially the vulnerable sections like tribals. Secondly, I understood that culture should be looked at from their own perspective. That is, there is a concept of cultural relativism and community engagement, sir, and participatory appraisal of planning as well as implementation of schemes. In these areas, I found anthropology will be helpful in administration.
Average age of the civil services intern person who is coming to the services is 28, 29 years. You are too young. Don't you think so?
Sir, according to the eligibility criteria, I'm eligible enough.
You are eligible enough, but you are too young to. Usually, the people who will be there in the academy, they'll be 29, 30. How will you gel with them?
Sir, I'm good at speaking with people, sir, in the first place. And I think I have all the desirable characteristics like having the willpower to serve, persistence, fast learning, and empathetic behavior. So, if at all any qualities are needed, I think I will learn them in the training period, sir.
But some people say that the only young person should come. We should not allow the people of the age of 28, 29 to come into the civil service. What is your view? We should not allow these people to come at all into the civil service. We should only allow young people like you to come into the civil service.
Sir, my opinion is a little different, sir. We should allow in that age category of whatever UPSC has given. But I believe they will tell that because young people are more easy to train. That is why I think they tell that, sir.
Why they are more easy to train? With the age, people can grasp the things better.
Not grasping, sir. Grasping is equal for all the age groups. But in general, I'm not going to the specifics, sir. In general, the people who are young do not have rigid notions, and they are easy to train if at all there are any. The mind is still plastic, sir. That is why I believe they say catch them young.
This is the plasticity of the mind ends at the age of 5 or 6. What is the scientific basis of that?
Sir, I have read an article which says 85% of the brain is formed before the age of 1 or 2, and then before 5 it ends, sir.
Then how do you say that the plasticity of mind is still there at the age of 24, 25? Why is it?
Sir, the opinions, I believe, so the flexibility.
You have still not answered my question.
Sir.
Young or old? Why?
Sir, I have not thought in this perspective. I should think about it, sir.
You should think about it. You are now wanting to wriggle out of it. Tell me 3 important civil engineering monuments in the last 2-3 years.
Sir, so civil engineering monuments in India in the last 3 years are Chenab Bridge, which is on the Udhampur-Baramulla Srinagar railway link.
Number 2.
Second is Jojila Tunnel, which is still under construction, sir, and one more is Atal Tunnel, sir.
Atal Tunnel is, I think, older.
Okay, sir. If I can say, the recently completed Kaleshwaram project in the state of Telangana. The recently completed Kaleshwaram project in the state of Telangana, sir.
Okay. What is so important about that?
Sir, it is the largest lift irrigation project in the world. Since Telangana lies on an elevated platform and the 2 rivers connecting Telangana, they flow in a lower region. To pull water to the elevation, we need lift irrigation project, sir, and this is the largest, which has increased, doubled the.
There are 7-8 temples, very good temples under construction in India. From civil engineering point of view, which temple structures which are coming up are important?
Sir, I'm aware of one, sir, which is Ram
You
Mandir
had a
in
temple
Ayodhya.
in Telangana itself, recently constructed, recently inaugurated.
Sorry, sir, I should read about it.
Okay.
I'm unable to recall.
Okay, tell me, what are the good qualities in you which make you a good civil servant?
So first and most important thing, I'm a fast learner, sir. I learn things fast, analyzing the situation. Secondly, I'm empathetic and compassionate. I have a will towards, I have a persistent will towards achieving my goal. These are the things. These are the three things.
Why these are important for the bureaucrat?
So for a bureaucrat to understand the situations better, he has
Bureaucrat
to
should be a fast learner. Bureaucrat should be compassionate.
So fast learning would be better, I'll say so, because it is presently it is a generalist job, and when you change department, learning fast will help you solve the situations better.
And bureaucrat should be compassionate. He should work with compassion, maybe against the rules.
Sorry, sir.
Maybe against the rules. He should be compassionate, maybe against the rules. If the rules don't permit, but there is a poor person, he must help him or help her.
No, sir. In that sense, the bureaucrat should take the initiative whenever necessary, because law will specifically mention only the bare minimum required. In that case, one has to be taking an initiative to complete his jobs.
Yes, I would like to take you back to the same question. While answering to Honorable Chairperson, you love understanding evolution of society, anthropology. So you are a civil engineer. I want to understand from you that evolution of civil engineering in terms of Shirsa Suri constructed road from Howrah to Peshawar within a span of 4 years. We are not able to repair roads in 4 years. Are we progressing really? I doubt.
So
Will you make me understand how could he construct road within a span of 4 years? I don't think that, but something else is there.
I'm sorry, sir. Is it China?
How could Shershah construct a road that took from Howrah to Peshawar in a span of 4 years, and you talented engineers not able to repair road in 4 years?
Sir, in my limited knowledge, the technologies have changed.
Now, what technology, if you say technology, what technology he must be using?
I believe compaction, soil stabilization and compaction of the road.
I could not get you what you say.
So the previously cement concrete roads were not there. Asphalt and bitumen was not there.
Whatever be, even Kacha road, muddy road, one cannot make in a city even in 4 years. And you believe in evolution. So I'm very curious. You are so young, dynamic.
Sir.
I got tempted to ask this question. So young, dynamic, you would be highlighting evolution. No
sir,
clue?
I should read about the technologies that were used then, sir.
Okay. Fine, leave it. You are born on 5th June,
yes.
World Environment Day. In terms of environment, what I understand, global warming is leading to global cooling. You just make me understand. Global warming leading to global cooling. May I give you some clue?
Please, sir.
71% water body, global warming, heating up, evaporation of high altitude, more snowfall, more avalanche, more during summer, more melting of snow, more flood in rivers.
Sir, but this phenomenon, this circulation of phenomena is going to end in a few years, sir, because the ice caps in the polar region, as well as
there will be more snowfall, more evaporation. How can you say that snow would be...
The conditions won't be favorable even for the snow to form, sir, after a point of time. So there won't be any snowfall after a point of time. And
how can you say so there won't be any snowfall after some time?
If it reaches that extreme, sir. Sorry, I will take that back, sir.
Very
the
nice.
snowfall will reduce, and then the water flowing into the rivers will reduce.
You are not only a good learner, you are a very good speaker also, I must say.
USA is talking of USA news, is talking of atmospheric rivers.
Sir.
What is atmospheric river?
Sir, as far as I recall, there are some in the atmosphere. There is a water vapor moving in the form of rivers, sir. That is atmospheric rivers.
Why are they talking of atmospheric rivers? In which context the US newspapers are talking of atmospheric rivers?
I'm not aware, sir. I should look into it.
So it's leave it. You are born in World Environment Day, so because of that, I'm asking you a question. From civil engineering against your district magistrate, you will go for green building. I think so. What is green building?
So green building is a concept where from the design, construction and management of the building should be in such a way that resources are efficiently used, whether it's water, energy, as well as the
efficiently used or locally mobilized.
Both, sir. The material should be locally bought, and then the material should
you are
be
meeting,
recyclable.
Suppose you are developing housing society in Warangal. What kind of local resources you would be mobilizing there?
So the scraped steel, the coarse aggregate from that same region, and the sand from the local rivulets, which contributes to less global warming. And the design should be such that it should be able to use the natural resources more efficiently, such as ventilation, lighting, and the window should be big enough. And then in the construction also, recycled materials can be used, sir. After that,
in a city like Delhi, a city like Hyderabad, where there is no space between the two buildings, what is the point of making ventilation, window? There is no space there. Buildings are so compact. We have costly land. You cannot leave so much of ventilation. The government will ask you, make cost effective. Anyway, you think over it.
Sir, no, sir.
Yes, please.
That is one aspect of it, sir. Installing green energy and connecting smart devices to the air conditioners and heaters within the house, they'll reduce the energy consumption.
So you are mixing a smart building with green building?
No, sir. That is one aspect, sir.
Okay.
We can connect smart, efficient, for example, thermostats, sir, to the AC to regulate its own temperature.
You have got that. You are very dynamic. And because of that, you qualified in one go. Last question I'm asking you. See, are you aware of Hyderabad experiment in police? The lady doctor, she was brutally raped, and encounter was carried out. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware of this, sir.
That is called Hyderabad experiment. And police had huge support. But legal point of view, if you take, that is more or less understood, fake encounter. What is your take on it? Had you been there and in a way connected to that lady, what would have been your view? Going for judiciary, 30 years case, or then and there justice when the evidence was there that yes, they committed that crime?
So even if I have a strong evidence that they have committed that crime, I would not go for the same encounter as Hyderabad police have committed, because there is law, and in fact we have to work towards judicial pendency, sir. In this case, we need large scale reform.
So we should keep going for judiciary for 30 years, 35 years. Let it be. Fine. Thank you.
So we should stand by the law, sir, no matter what.
Fine.
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Good.
Your parents are in business.
Yes, sir.
Which business they are?
So they are into construction, sir.
Real estate.
Yes, sir. Real estate.
And now your generation is going for the startups. And don't you feel that they are contributing more than the civil servants?
So both have equal contribution, sir. Because everybody is.
If both are equal, then your heritage, and that can be. What are the challenges in that real estate or that construction business?
In real estate, sir. So presently there is the interest rate hike, sir. With that, loans are becoming costlier for the people in real estate. Second, housing sector sometimes will lose the market because of recession fears. Third thing, sir.
What has been the effect in real estate of this government for last 2014 onwards? Some people say that now the cost has not increased, but we had purchased in that. So, what is your perception?
So there are some local materials, sir, like sand. That depends on the policy of the state government, whereas cement, steel and other materials, all these have been brought under GST, sir. Previously, there were more number of taxes, cascading taxes, they were removed. Initially, GST was seen with apprehension from the real estate construction community, sir. Later they got used to it. Now they're doing well, sir.
Now there is no problem.
There
But
is-
government
there
says that they are very difficult to monitor in real estate.
So that is because cement is one of the important raw materials. It is the GST imposed on cement is 28%, sir, because of its carbon emissions.
What is this liquor controversy? The Kavita is involved. What the issue is?
I'm not aware exactly, sir. I know I'm not. I don't know the details.
Okay. You are interested in computer gaming. Government yesterday issued some instructions, some rules. Can you throw some light on that?
So previously in December 2022, there were regulations on online gaming, sir. Yesterday there were special regulations on games which involve risking money, sir. Those regulations came out, sir, yesterday.
So how to control that? Because now in the college students, everybody is busy with that. Will that make any difference? Because you are, this is part of your hobby. What are the challenges?
So there are different types of games, sir. While there are positives, there are challenges like addiction. While children are playing, there is a possibility of cyberbullying and online scams, and there is possibility of leaving their social lives aside and spending more time in gaming, which is harming their social, physical as well as mental health, sir.
Will you recommend for the school students? Because now the cyber crime, they are now generally the age group of 18, 19, 20. Very recently, I come across many students. They are in jail.
Sir, I would recommend gaming in the curriculum as well, sir. But in a very regulated manner, sir. In one country, Poland, it has included one game which deals with survival instincts, which teaches survival instincts to the children. They have introduced that in the curriculum, sir. And even the billionaire Elon Musk, he has a school for himself, sir, for a specific number of children. In that, the admission process as well as the
What is the name
program.
of the school?
I'm not aware of the name.
Astronova.
Thank you, ma'am. Gaming is part of the curriculum and the admission process. Sir.
Okay, now recently this chat G, I forget
ChatGPT.
that. Now there has been ban on in American schools. I came to know on the newspaper. So should be the same that should be applicable to India also?
No, sir. Recently, the ChatGPT developers were written a letter from the AI community as well as many people to stop the product, to stop working on it for 6 months, sir. They asked for a moratorium because we are not understanding the negative effects of it yet. There needs to be global regulations as well as domestic regulations from the government side. We're not although we know the positive effects for now, sir, it is acting as an alternative intelligence. But from the negative side, we are not aware of it, sir.
Just
fully.
last question, Andrew. You know the all development what Sapiens says we have been so far, and now this artificial intelligence. How this will affect the future of Sapiens?
Sir, in the long-term future, I'm unable to.
The
think of it,
Lamarck
sir.
says usage and disuse of the organs.
Yes,
Now
sir.
our organs will not be used. We'll simply say yes. Prime Minister post-independence. Chat immediately will come out. I will not need. Then maybe the possibility that has been the development of Sapiens, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is a possibility of that happening, sir. And this is one of the most disruptive technologies humanity has ever invented. But it currently, since it is narrow artificial intelligence and it is not general artificial intelligence, it still depends on the person who is using this, sir. And there is a possibility of job losses, but there is also a possibility of new jobs being created with the use of
One more
artificial
question.
intelligence.
What challenges you feel the current Indian society is having? 3. Which you are going to handle as a civil servant.
So presently, I think youth unemployment is a big problem.
That is the since we born, we are hearing this. Our fathers were also unemployment. That is not acceptable.
I'm sorry, sir, but I mentioned that because
Okay, then agree. Then second.
Women
Then again there is a
empowerment.
difference unemployment ratio of South India and North India. So that's why I'm saying that in America also it is there. Okay, that's one. Second.
So second, sir, women empowerment is not at that level as it should be, sir.
Third, what about inequality?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Ashrith, like young people like you, doctors, engineers, MBAs, they are too much attracted towards civil services. But when you compare with the developed countries, educated youth is not much interested in civil services. Why there is so much of attraction in India?
One reason I could think of is the respectable job and the prestige it gives as soon as one gets into civil services. Whereas in other countries, in developed countries, they are just looked like any other job, ma'am.
So very soon India will be a developed country, and then we are moving towards automation, AI. Then what will happen to that prestigious thing that you are talking about, that is attracting the youth to civil services?
That is one reason I could think of, ma'am. And generally also, people are motivated towards service. So
Why?
specific.
Is it only the prestige?
Not only the prestige, ma'am.
Because you said prestigious thing.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. But everybody has a different motivation to work. And I think people like me
Okay.
are...
My second question, what is demographic dividend?
that if we are able to reap dividends from the existing demographic structure, it is demographic.
No, what is the age group that comes under this bracket? We say India has a high demographic dividend. Which age group we are talking about?
I'm 15 to 59 years old.
What are the major challenges to our demographic dividend?
And we are unable to reap that demographic dividend because of lack of skills.
One is skills. Second
is education and health, mostly health, ma'am.
What is the percentage of budgetary allocation to the health sector?
Ma'am, somewhere around 2% of the GDP.
What is the percentage of budgetary allocation to the defense sector?
Defense sector is nearly 13%, ma'am. It is 5.9
Should
lakh
we
crores.
reverse it?
No, ma'am. Rather, we should increase the budgetary allocation.
Why should we not reverse it? A land of Gandhi, 13% budgetary allocation.
Ma'am, even though we preach non-violence and peace, we have to protect ourselves, especially when we have imminent threats like China on our in our borders. So that is why we are ramping up. We have been consistently having high defense expenditure. And now we are looking towards
What
modernization.
might be the rationale behind keeping this budgetary allocation for the health sector low?
There's only one logical explanation, that is private sector would invest in healthcare. That is what I can think of currently.
My last question. Should health be made a fundamental right in India?
It should be made, ma'am. But currently, since we are a developing country, we don't have that resources to do that. But in the future, when our finances will increase, I definitely hope that will become reality, ma'am.
So,
Okay, your interview is over, Ashrith.
Thank you, sir.